If you've ever felt betrayed by your skin after trying the next trending routine, this episode will explain exactly why that keeps happening. Hello, welcome. You're listening to Unmasking Skin, the podcast where we uncover the real root causes of chronic skin struggles and the emotional healing it takes to finally feel radiant from within. I'm your host, Tabitha Isabel, skin health specialist, beauty medicine practitioner, and the creator of the Skin Triangle Method. I help women move beyond just skincare into confidence, calm, and deep inner healing. Let's dive in to today's episode. So today we are talking about why quick fixes never work and what actually does. Have you ever felt stuck in the loop? The endless loop of switching skincare products, chasing treatments, googling routines, and just feeling really confused and stuck with your skin. I mean, if you go on TikTok right now, you'll probably see like 1,000 different videos just on like different products, different recommendations, the next big thing that's going to clear your acne, this amazing life-changing serum that gives you glass skin, like all of these different things, and how to get like these amazing treatments. Now you can get them at home, and at home microneedling and all of these things, and it is really overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. I remember how bad it was when I was a teenager and I had acne, and I was going through the motions of being really invested in all of the different skincare things that were out there. And I remember how confusing it was back in like, I don't know, 2012, and now it's a whole new world of social media presence being so prominent, and there is hundreds of TikTokers and influencers, and obviously they're all being paid to promote different products, and it's hard to know now who to trust, because even when we, trust these people and we like these people for whatever reason, at the end of the day, they're still getting paid to promote these products, and it is hard to know when to trust them and when not to. And also, at the end of the day, they aren't skin professionals. They are just using it based on opinions. It's not based on education, informed, like educational decision. It's just based on, yeah, that looks pretty good. I've seen a little bit of results, that'll do for me. And that's where it can get really confusing, especially when you've got skin disorders, skin issues, and you feel quite vulnerable, because you are vulnerable, because you are looking for that next thing that will help you, that will save you, that will kind of get you out of this rut that you've been in, where you feel so fed up and frustrated, and just you're sat there thinking, how much longer can I go on dealing with this, because I don't know what else I can try. And you do get to that point where you do feel so, it's just stuck. You just feel so incredibly stuck, and it's really heart-wrenching, because you do get to a point where you feel like you're running out of options. And well, the skincare industry profits off of your confusion and that is just like how it is, unfortunately. Like even the beauty industry, obviously, like everything just profits off of confusion and just frustration, and you wanting to improve yourself and feel beautiful. Especially as women, we're brought up to believe that our worth is equated to how beautiful we look, and that is how we find a place in the world. And all of these industries, they do profit off of that. And it's even worse when you do have these skin disorders like rosacea. Like that can be so incredibly itchy and painful, and yeah, it's just it's very frustrating. And also, with that whole emotional turmoil that you go through, it's the financial cost of jumping from one thing to the next. Like, I would hate to think how much my mum spent on all those different skincare products and things back when I was a teenager dealing with acne. Because she bought everything. She was so desperate for me, because she could see how much that was causing me pain and suffering and bullying. And you do get to a point where you do feel desperate, and you will try anything and everything. So you really are really vulnerable, and it's knowing what to do. It's knowing who to trust. It's knowing what to do, and you just want someone there to give you a straight answer, like, look, this is what is going to work for you. It's proven, it's going to do it. You just have to stay consistent with it. And thankfully, I can help you with that. So as a skin health specialist and beauty medicine practitioner, and obviously I have my skin triangle method, which is a proven method that I use with all of my clients, and I've used it on myself too, of course. And yeah, that's how we get out of that quick fix trap, and we actually, focus on skin integrity and root cause healing. So I did talk about this in other episodes, but if you are new here, hello. So the skin triangle is basically my method, and it basically covers topical, internal and emotional factors in relation to your skin health. And when we talk about skin health, we're talking about whole body health as well. Your whole well-being, your whole health relates to your skin. Your skin is just obviously a massive part of that because your skin is your largest organ. So when we talk about topical, we want to talk about microbiome health. So you've got a skin microbiome, and this is basically where the bacteria is on your skin, your bacterial microbes. What we want to do is increase the good microbes on your skin so that when we do have things that appear, such as acne, such as irritation, redness, any external aggressors, anything as such, we want those microbes basically to whip into action and kind of just help your skin stay in the best, healthiest, most optimal condition that it possibly can be. So when we rewild your skin, we basically improve your skin microbiome by increasing those good microbes on the surface of your skin so that anything topically we can assist with the best that we possibly can. Now the issue with this is, and I'm sure I'll do a whole episode about this in the future, is that most of the skincare products out there right now, apart from, I only know one brand that focuses on skin microbiome, and that's S, which I absolutely adore. But the rest of the brands, pretty much bar maybe a few different products on their lines, they don't focus on skin microbiome health. They don't focus on that. It's not a wildly popular thing when it should be, and it is frustrating because a lot of the products are a lot harsher than we would like them to be, and they do deplete your skin microbiome even more so. And they basically, what they end up doing is they suppress your actual skin. So then in the future, when you do have more issues with your skin, it's not going to be as helpful because you're not training your skin essentially to deal with things. It's another one of those situations where you are covering the issue a bit just by applying these products. And that's then how you stay stuck in a loop of dealing with those things. Whereas, for example, if you have skin microbiome supported skincare products, what this do is it's basically helping increase the microbes on your actual skin. And obviously the healthier your microbes are, the easier your skin is going to deal with things, and then you'll see less flare-ups, less irritation, less sensitivity. Your skin will look more youthful, more radiant, and that is when you've got that really, really strong skin barrier, and the integrity of your skin is just so healthy, so strong, and that is what we want. We want your skin to naturally be able to deal with things a lot better. We don't want to be relying on this vast, expensive skincare routine, because really all you need is a few good products and you're set to go. And then if you do have certain issues that come at certain times of year, depending on the seasons, you just throw in another product that is going to support that situation when you need it sorting. And that is why skin microbiome is so important. And the same with barrier damage. If you have a depleted skin barrier right now, we really need to work on that skin microbiome and helping nourish that skin barrier back to health. Because if your skin barrier is wrecked, and it probably will be if you've tried all of these different products you're finding all over social media and following all these trends. So we really do have to go back to the basics a lot of the time when we are recovering your skin. We kind of just go back to square one, focus on hydration, kind of balance it with some exfoliation, but we really have to strip that back because a lot of us don't realise the ingredients in our products. A lot of them can be exfoliators when they're not labelled as exfoliators, because there's things like salicylic acid, mandelic acid, lactic acid. These are all exfoliators, but they can be hidden in your products and they don't technically have to market about that. So it can be quite sneaky where they show up, and obviously you don't want to be using loads and loads of different exfoliators in your routine. You want to stick to, one or two really. So it can be quite hard when it comes to barrier repair because you really have to know what you're doing. So it is good to get a prescribed skincare routine, and that is something that I offer complimentary. If you message me, I can advise what skincare routine will work best for you. So definitely check that out. I'm at Skin Health Specialist on social media. And then obviously, when we're looking at root cause healing, we're talking about internal inflammation and nervous system dysregulation. So that is the emotional aspect and, the internal aspect of the skin triangle approach. So when we're looking at these things, we do want to focus on our diet and making sure we're eating the right nutrition, because for a lot of us we're not, and it can be really frustrating, again, knowing what to eat that's going to help nourish our bodies and our skin. And the best thing that I always tell people is, if you're going to start somewhere with improving your diet, increase the amount of fruit you're intaking. So literally, when you next have your grocery shopping and you're walking around, or even if you order online, have a look and see if you can add more fruit into your diet in every single meal if you possibly can. Start your day by having a smoothie. If you have pasta, throw some raw apple in at the end. There's little things like this that you can just do and add on to the daily things that you're already doing, and it makes the world of difference, and it really helps with your internal situation. Whether you have inflammation or not, it's still going to aid the repair and give you really strong cells, because obviously anything that you're eating is either having cellular repair or cellular damage. It's either going one of two ways. So maybe take a step back and think, where can I improve? Where can I add more fruit into my diet? Obviously they're just full of antioxidants. It's so amazing for your nutrition, so I highly recommend doing that. And in terms of nervous system dysregulation, I did touch on this a little bit in the last episode, but basically we want to have really good, strong list of self-care, self-love, nervous system regulation tools. So this could be things like EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, where basically you just tap on your pressure points. It could be meditation. You might go to yoga a couple times per week. You could do it from home. It's all about grounding. So you could go on daily walks, have some fresh air, just be really present. Make sure tomorrow that when you drive to work, or even if you're driving now, make sure that you're just sitting without music on, without anything on, so you can just think your thoughts and just let them pass you by. Just sitting there with yourself and being really present in your body and listening to your body makes the world of difference, and it can really impact your skin in such a positive way. So obviously when we're working with the skin triangle approach, this does lead into all of these things. So this is basically just the framework I created because I was done watching women blame themselves with their skin when all you need is support, safety and clarity, and that is what these things address essentially. So it is really easy to just kind of start implementing these things, and they do make the world of difference. So you just got to remember, you're not stuck, you're just being misdirected. There's always another way out there. You just have to listen to the right voices and tune out the ones that aren't the right ones, because it is crazy. And honestly, if you're wanting to work with a skin specialist, obviously you can work with myself, go to my website, tabithaisabel.com. But if you're wanting to work with someone that's local to you, make sure they know what they're on about. Make sure, look at their results, see if they're getting results, see if they're addressing more than just topical, because a lot of people in the industry are just looking at topical, and by this I mean they're looking at skincare products and they're looking at treatments, and that is as far as they go. They don't talk about nutrition, diet, supplements. They don't talk about nervous system regulation and that emotional factor. They only just look at, let's just put you on a course of chemical peels and just change your skincare to Skin Better Science. And you want a different approach, one that's going to work long term, because otherwise you're going to be spending hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds on treatments and skincare that isn't going to help you in the long term, because you have to stay consistent with those things, and then they just end up depleting your skin barrier, because a lot of the time they aren't supporting your skin microbiome, and it goes into all these different things. What you want is a solid plan addresses topical, internal and emotional factors, and that you can form healthy habits around and improve your actual life with, because that's what we want. We want amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, glowing skin every day. We want you to feel confident when you wake up out of bed on a morning. You want to feel so beautiful that you don't feel like you have to wear makeup only for self-expression. I want you to be able to walk down the street feeling like a badass. I want you to feel like really confident in yourself, like you're like a main character in your own life. That's what I want for you, and that is what all of these things that I do basically help you with. So if you're done with quick fixes and ready for a deeper approach that actually lasts, you can obviously direct message me on Instagram at Skin Health Specialist, or you can head to my website tabithaisabel.com, and I've got lots of information over there that, you know, feel free to have a look at. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's really important to realise that you actually aren't stuck. Like, there's always a way out, and I hope you've realised that today. So if this episode resonated, make sure to follow, leave a review, and share with someone who needs to hear this today. You're not stuck, I promise. There's always another option. Your glow begins within, and I shall see you next week. Bye.